muchachos, welcome here. I currently have 4 children. One of them is in utero, and because of that, I have been producing a lot of pregnancy content on my channel, which is totally fun, but not gonna lie, we needed to change some things up. So I'm super excited to announce this cool new series that we have going on, which is Mom versus blank. Blank can be a brand, a product, a subscription service, and today it is HelloFresh. I know of HelloFresh because they probably email me 10 times a week asking for a sponsored video. I have said no or have totally ignored them, and I'll give my reasons for that later. But basically, they are a meal subscription service. You can get various meals delivered to your house and you just put them all together. They have almost, not all. I am surprised. They do not have everything you need in the bag, but they have most of what you'll need in that bag. A lot of people say this is convenient. Some people say this saves them money. Convenience? Yes. Money? Not too sure about that. So in today's video, I'm going to be creating a dish that is very similar to theirs, but maybe a little bit yummier, maybe more healthy, maybe more cost effective. It's a lot of maybes, but we shall see. So you guys are gonna go ahead and cook with me, and we're gonna go over things such as price, convenience, and product, and I'm gonna give you kind of like my rating and overall view of those things. Thank you for joining me and for watching today's video. We're gonna go ahead and get started. This was my first time ordering from HelloFresh, and it really was quite simple. You create an account, log into it, and then you say how many servings you want of every single meal. I really think there was 2 options for me. I could have 2 servings or 4 servings, so this wouldn't be ideal for really big families. To be honest, there's 5 of us, and there's 1 more on the way, and I don't feel like this is enough even for us. If you're a single person or a couple, this might work really well for you. I chose 4 servings. They told me to do that. I told them there's 2 adults and 3 kids, and they said 4 servings will be great. And then you go ahead and pick how many meals you want a week. I just wanted 1 meal for this video, but as I chatted with the people online, they said you have to get at least 3 meals. And I was like, but I really just want 1. I just want to try this out. And they're like, no, you need to do 3 meals. And I was like, fine, Mom. It just felt kind of like, I just really wanted 1 meal. Anyway, so I got 3. As I was looking through their meals, I was like not blown off sock kind of feeling. Like I didn't have that like, wow, pretty basic meals, like a basic restaurant. That's kind of what this all reminded me of. But there were still some things that looked really good. Upon further research, I saw that they didn't cater to dietary needs and restrictions, which is fine. Like if you're a normal functioning human being, this will not harm you or affect you. If you are a non-functioning normal human being, this might affect you. So I'm someone that's dairy-free and gluten-free, and they didn't have anything that was both dairy-free and gluten-free. The closest thing I saw was goat cheese, but they still had a gluten item in that meal as well. I know the meals change up often, but for that week of meals, there was nothing dairy-free and gluten-free. So I went for this recipe, which is gluten-free, but it has a yogurt feta dip that I'm going to try to make dairy-free. This recipe is seared Greek-style shrimp with lemon potatoes and a yogurt dill dip and a spring salad. When I looked at this meal and I went ahead and checked out all 3 meals, I was really truly surprised at how expensive it was. I see everyone saying that they're saving money from doing HelloFresh and all this stuff, and I just don't. I don't know where you guys are shopping at, but this meal for 4 people costs $44.65. That is, I'm gonna be pretty speechless through this whole video. That really seems like a lot to me. We're talking about basic vegetables and shrimp. We actually did go ahead and had a salad from HelloFresh yesterday. We were just like, you know what? We already have it, let's try it. And we were kind of just disappointed. It felt like something was lacking, something was missing, and there wasn't enough toppings for the amount of kale that they gave us. I wouldn't pay almost $50 for something like that ever. So the price and the catering to like food allergies, but I did find it convenient. So yesterday the HelloFresh man delivered our HelloFresh box. Wait, it was just a FedEx, dude. Yeah, just FedEx delivered our HelloFresh box. You open it up and it has most of what you would need to create the recipes. It has the recipe cards, it has the meat in there, which is packaged in an ice cooler system. When I looked on their website, everything was made of mostly recycled product, which I thought was kind of cool because it is quite a bit of packaging. Not as much as I thought there would be. Anyway, opened everything up. It looked pretty good and I liked the idea of people sending me groceries, but I also did not like the idea of me not picking out my own produce at the grocery store, and that was something that I really want to touch on. HelloFresh personally doesn't work for me in my lifestyle for a few reasons. Number one, it's so therapeutic for me to go to a grocery store and pick out my own products and items. Number two, I like being really creative in the kitchen, and things like following other people's recipes can just kind of, it takes away the fun for me personally. But if you're someone who is super busy, likes the idea of following someone else's recipe and not having to go grocery shopping, this would be great for you. We've been talking a bit, so we're gonna go ahead, put on our apron, and start cooking. So your whole meal, for the most part, is bagged into one bag, and then at the bottom of that box you had that cooler section which had things like meat and shrimp. This is Pacific white shrimp, and I think it's great because this is not farmed. It has the BAP certification on here, which I think is great. Hold on, like I just saw, are these going bad? Why is there like green stuff on them? Can you see this? Like this right here, it's on this one, it's on this one. It might be fine, we'll see. We got salad stuff, dill. Don't know what that is. Lots of potato, man. We have some loose garlic, broth concentrate, some overripe tomatoes. Well, this one's overripe for sure. The skin is starting to wrinkle. This is the smallest lemon I've ever seen. Okay, I don't want to judge it. I'm sorry. Okay, I don't want to judge it. This is what I have for my HelloFresh meal. Basically everything, somehow everything I need is right here. I'm gonna put everything in the fridge for now, and we're gonna get started on the yogurt feta dip. So the HelloFresh side, as you can see, doesn't have a ton of ingredients versus my side, but everything here is already prepped for the most part. I need to go ahead and prep my stuff. Their side is made with a dairy yogurt and feta. My side is gonna be married with, it's gonna be married, you just watch out and see. It's gonna be made with a dairy-free coconut yogurt and a vegan feta cheese. Also, because the recipe card is just kind of like, this is a Greek type of meal, I wanted to make this dip way more Greek-esque, kind of leaning closer towards like a tzatziki, but we're still keeping like that foundation of ingredients. So I'm gonna go ahead and make mine simultaneously with HelloFresh. I have my grater, and I'm gonna start off with just a little bit of cucumber. This is so important to have in some sort of a creamy, zesty dip. Grated cucumber. Okay, there we go. It took me like 15 seconds to do. Spread out your cucumber a bit, and then I'm gonna take some sea salt, put it on top because it's gonna take out a lot of that juice, and we will squeeze out this juice later. Stir together yogurt, half the feta, half the feta. This is a 4 serving. 4 serving. Not a lot of feta. I'm a huge condiment person. When I make a dip, it's kind of like a soup. We make a lot. Half of the feta, so I'm just, that's about half of the feta. All of the yogurt. Ooh, this feels weird. Kind of like it. Okay, squish all that. Half of the dill, a teaspoon of lemon juice. Okay, let's start with our dill. It's nice they gave us fresh dill versus like non-fresh dill. Put that in, teaspoon of lemon juice into here. Okay, we're gonna add in some garlic. I wanna apologize to my parents and to Kieran because we are garlic people. This isn't a lot. Like, this also isn't a lot of dip at all. Like, I would eat this much dip for myself. We're gonna mix this up. I'm feeling pretty good about this right now. This is not good. This is not good. 1/4 teaspoon of garlic. I did a 1/2 teaspoon. I'm gonna give this a little bit of hope and put in a little bit more sea salt. And what the heck, I'll help you out a little bit. I'm also gonna add some pepper. Another thing I just wanna mention with HelloFresh, everyone has told me it's all in the bag. Everything you need is in the bag. That's actually not true. You still need to have your own oils, your own salt, your own pepper, your own sugar, your own butter. They don't include that, so you need to make sure you have those on hand when you're ordering from them. This is what I'm gonna do for mine. I'm gonna use about 440 grams of the dairy-free yogurt, which is this entire little tub. I also have my vegan feta, which I'm gonna go into. You know what? Not yet. We need to first make this zesty before we add in our feta. Take some regular mustard. Don't use mustard powder, it's not the same. You need the vinegar from here. I'm gonna do about a tablespoon of that. Half a teaspoon of pepper. Random amounts of salt because I like to salt as I go along. I'm gonna pour some vinegar in here as well. Because it's a coconut milk yogurt, it's naturally sweet, so we're gonna pull a lot of that, which isn't my favorite in a tzatziki, but you gotta do what you gotta do. I would usually do a cashew cream, but that would double the price, and I do wanna keep this a little bit more budget friendly. I'm gonna take the feta and I'm just going to chop it up. I'm gonna chop up some green onion here. It's affordable, dude. You can also regrow it. You'll never have to pay for it again. You can use dry dill, which is nice in dips, but I really kind of want to base it off of that, so we're going for fresh. Okay, put that in there. I'm going to do 3 cloves of garlic. So I'm gonna smash them, makes them easy to peel. Add in a little bit more salt. Whoa, a lot of more salt. Now I have that cucumber. We're just gonna go ahead, squeeze out the excess juice. Put that cucumber in. So it's mine versus theirs. We will fully taste test them later. That tastes really good. Okay, moving on. Now go onto the lemon potatoes, and while these are cooking, we will tackle the salad and the shrimp later. For their potatoes, they just have yellow potatoes. They said to cut it into 1.5 inch pieces, olive oil, salt and pepper, and bake them. Very basic. I'm going to do the same thing, but of course add a few different items, and it's actually going to be better for you. Because if you didn't know, garlic is very good for you. First, I'm gonna chop up their potatoes and mine, put them in these pans, and then you guys are gonna get a little bit of a bird's eye view of what I'm putting on them. So this is HelloFresh, this is my side. I think theirs has a little bit more potato, but it's pretty even. So they said 1 tablespoon of olive oil, kind of drizzled on top. Just gonna toss them. And it said to season with salt and pepper. When it says season with salt and pepper, there's no measurement, so you just kind of do it how you would like it. And about that much salt. That's nice and simple. For my side, we're gonna do the same thing, olive oil, but we're gonna do a couple tablespoons. Try to ratio 1-to-1 the same amount of lemon juice. And that's the thing, just if they threw in an extra lemon, it'd be great to put on the potatoes. Sprinkle on some sea salt, some pepper, and again, something simple like throwing in a pack of oregano or an oregano parsley mix. That helps a lot. I know we're roasting them, but I do want to add a little bit of water to my pan because it keeps some moisture in the potato, and that's it. They're both pretty much the same amount of prep time. I'm gonna put both of them in the oven at 450. HelloFresh said 25 to 28 minutes. For mine, I'm gonna go closer to 35, even 40 minutes, because I like a solid baked potato. So I really want to show you guys this. This isn't anything towards HelloFresh or my own self. That kind of line, that is a shrimp's poop deck. I just, I don't like it. So I'm going through. I've taken them off of mine. I'm taking it off of theirs. I noticed that theirs has a lot of like mangled parts that I've had to kind of take off. I would say the quality isn't as nice as ours is. And I have to admit, guys, there were some shrimp that I just went, I don't know. There's a little bit of a green layer on top of some of those spots, and I just don't want to mess with that. So there's some that I'm kind of just putting to the side, and then there are some I'm just kind of cutting some of the pieces off of. Our potatoes are done in 7 minutes and 30 seconds, and at that time, I'll check in with you guys. I'm gonna take them out. They look great, like honestly, that's a good looking potato. They didn't want me to stir them, so they might kind of stick to the bottom of the pan, but I'm here for it because it's crispy and yummy. I'm gonna leave my potatoes in for like another 5 minutes. Add all of this broth concentrate, which we're gonna pour on top. Ooh, that's good though. I mean, it's like Worcestershire sauce, but it's good. I said a little bit more olive oil. One last stir, and I'm just gonna let these cool down here. In a minute, I'm gonna take out my potatoes and put them here as well. So like, don't worry, we're being fair. If theirs cools, mine cools, we're being fair. But now we're gonna head on to the shrimp, which is pretty much like the star of this dinner. I'm ready. HelloFresh has lemon pepper seasoning, which they said put on the shrimp before you put them in. This seems like a whole heck of a lot of lemon pepper seasoning. Kind of here for it because I do like lemon pepper seasoning. Oh, we're gonna put them into our pan. Using hands is optional. I'm just using what the Lord has given me.
I refuse to use what the Lord has given me.
This is a smaller pan, but this is the only way I can do pans side by side. This one might take a little bit longer, but I'm just gonna let these cook and sit. They're gonna get pink kind of on one side. I'll shake them around, I'll flip them over. Get pink, little guys. Mine are starting to pink. I'm gonna take real lemon instead of doing a lemon pepper. Put some of that on there. We'll do a little bit more. Yeah. And then for the pepper, adding pepper, little bit of salt. Yeah, honey. Look at you guys. Okay, so HelloFresh has, I guess it's just a bit of a tighter prawn, which, I mean, there's different types of prawns, a bit more snug, but I mean, they still look great. These actually look better than the ones on the photo. Yeah. Go HelloFresh. All right, I'm gonna finish these up and I'll see you guys. We're gonna get going with the salad. And then we'll be eating. Whenever I make savory food, I'm drinking so much water. Okay, this is the last thing, and it is the spring mix salad. I wouldn't eat the, like, feel this tomato here. It's not squished, it's overripe. It's an unhappy tomato. This one is close, but he's not there. We can use him. Their salad, very simple. Tomato, spring mix, and then a vinaigrette with dill and the remaining feta. I'm not gonna use all of it because I'm not using a whole tomato or all the tomato that they said we should use. So I'm just gonna use like this much spring mix, like we'll do half. We're also making a lot of food today. So I also have a spring mix. You can get spring mix anywhere. Theirs does not have spinach. I don't mean to brag, but mine does. We're just gonna do a bit because we have a lot of food right now. I'm gonna go ahead and chop up their dill. You guys hear backyardigans in the background? The feta, which, I mean, this is half of what the salad should be, and this is for that whole thing. It doesn't seem like a lot of feta. I guess I'm a feta person. I like lots of feta. For most of the recipes here, I've really tried to kind of stick with the foundation of, okay, this is a very soft tomato and I'm struggling. Stick with the foundation of HelloFresh's recipe, but this salad, I just felt like it was weird. The tomato with the feta overlap, it didn't make sense to me. So I kind of actually really went a different route when it came to my salad. For their vinaigrette, they have two little things, a white wine vinegar, olive oil, a little bit of sugar. I got a lot of sugar. Just gonna do a little bit of salt. Pour over. Okay, so nice and simple, pimple. This is our spring salad from HelloFresh. From ours, again, we got that spring mix. I have some dill that I'm gonna follow their lead and put it in. Let's put that in there. Instead of tomato, now I love tomato in other salads, but with the spring mix, it feels really out of place. I'm using dried cranberries sweetened with some apple juice. Because this is already a very acidic forward meal, I feel like the sweetness will kind of balance it out a little bit, not be so acidic like with the tomatoes. I'm also gonna add, these are just raw pine nuts. Usually I toast them, but we're trying to save some time. And then I made, this is like an herby dressing. Here, HelloFresh, I'm gonna steal your spoon. Olive oil, white wine vinegar. How much do I wanna do? I don't know. I'm kind of here for that. Okay, this is the best part. This is the best. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and plate these suckers. Everything is finished and completo. We're gonna plate the HelloFresh and mine, and then me and Kieran are gonna go at it. And I actually feel good kind of about both of them for the most part. There's one aspect I'm a little nervous about. Okay, cut.
Bon appetit.
Wait, we gotta make this like we're on a date. I'll take off my apron. Wow, we haven't walked like that in a while. As for time-wise, because we were filming, I didn't really pay attention too much to the time, but I can tell you, HelloFresh, it would be quicker and easier to do just because everything is already there. Most of everything is already there and pre-measured and just ready for you to go. There's more prep work with this one. Which one do we? Let's start with mine, because I feel like this is the bar.
Shrimp.
Shrimp. That's a good dip. That's good. It's not amazing, but it's good. Potato's good. Yeah. It's like an herby potato.
It wants a dip, but it wants the cashew cream dip. The potatoes.
My cashew cream dip is like really good. Okay, try the salad and get some, there's some dill, some craisins. I mean, barbecued chicken on that would be so good. It's good.
I like the dill. It adds. It adds, okay.
The shrimp in the salad, really nice. This is my thing. I don't feel like this all goes together. Like if I'm making a shrimp dish, it's over pasta. You know what I mean? It feels weird having shrimp with potato with salad. This is good. If I made this for you guys, I'd feel pretty solid about it. It's great.
What's the base for the vegan feta?
Cashews. Let's see what they've done. We both had a mild taste test of each dip after I made it, and Kieran... I can always voice. Yeah, look, it's getting foamy again. So you can kind of... No, something went bad because the lemon's reacting with it. Well, we'll just see what happens, okay? Have this nice and close to you.
No.
Well, let's start with just the shrimp.
Secret ingredient on this one.
It's great. Very peppery. Whoa.
That's a really like black pepper.
That's very peppery. My kids wouldn't eat it.
heat. Yeah.
Very peppery. Dude, I'm excited about these potatoes though.
Yeah. They're like French fries.
Yeah, they're almost hash brownie.
A little bit of crispy on the outside. A little bit.
I like them.
Just a touch.
It's simple. It's simple. You try the salad.
But the vinaigrette, was a white wine vinegar. That's nice.
It's light. Super light. This is actually nice with the prawns.
That makes sense together.
Okay, now we gotta...
No.
No, come on, you have to dip it in. You have to dip it in and try it. We think that maybe the yogurt went bad. No, we have to try it. Come on, you and me together.
Pepper, let's burn this yogurt off.
Okay.
No.
Oh my gosh, it's like fizzing in my mouth. I need ice water. Like my throat is weird.
It's like...
This has gone bad. That, honestly, I do not think they meant for this to happen.
No.
I think something went bad. Of my own ingredients, I think they told me to put in salt, and that's all I put in. Is it salt and pepper?
You put in salt and pepper.
Yeah, season with salt and pepper. I think this would have been so close to being like decent. Just flavor-wise, decent, because this is good. And if this was good, this would have been great.
The tomatoes could have been more fresh, I guess.
Cherry tomatoes
less
would have been so
Or cherry tomatoes.
solid.
I like the vinaigrette. I know it's simple, but I like it.
It's actually, yeah, it's good. I'm not mad at it. Anyway, we're just gonna snack a little bit here, and then I'll hop back on and I'll give you guys my final thoughts. Okay, so here's what I think. HelloFresh is extremely convenient. If you're someone, and honestly like me, who works from home, homeschools their kids, stay-at-home mom, lots of kids, this would be very beneficial for you, but it just kind of depends on what you like. And for me, I just don't really like it, but that's totally fine. And don't feel bad if you like it. If you're a HelloFresh person, HelloFresh person. Of course, making my meal was a little bit more inconvenient, but I really do love creating my own recipes, trying new things, and not following a rule book, because I really know what I like and what I don't like. And grocery shopping, again, very therapeutic. Looking at the product itself, I think HelloFresh had pretty good product, but there was some potatoes that were very brown throughout that I had to let go of. The tomato, it was just too soft, too overripe. Those shrimp, they were still weird to me, just so everyone knows. Those dots, it was just a little bit off-putting. When we looked it up, it was fine, but they even said spots like that aren't really desired to have on shrimp, just because they're a little off-putting, but they are fine to eat. But the sauce, that dip, like honestly, if they nailed that dip, it would have been different, but because they didn't, I'm a little like, on how I feel with HelloFresh. Convenience is there, product, It's okay, but let's talk about price. Their meal pack, which served 4 people, was $44.65. In the end, mine was $28.08. That is about a $16 difference, which I think is a pretty decent difference, to be honest. Of course, you have to look into the cost of time that it took you to grocery shop and gas to drive there, but if you're like me and you like it, it's pretty much worth it. So overall, my final thoughts, I will not be doing HelloFresh again just because I'm not huge into some of the produce that we were given. One of the recipe portions was a bit of a fail, and yesterday from our salad, we just felt like something was lacking there. I still have one more meal to go, which I honestly think will be the best one out of all of them, and I'm looking forward to trying it, even though I'm gonna have to modify a few things because it is not gluten-free or dairy-free. It's just one of those things, it could work for you and it could really not work for you. And it didn't work out for me, and that is totally okay. Thank you guys for watching today's video. I do really hope that you enjoyed this mom versus video. If you have any more mom versus ideas, please let me know in a comment down below. I would hugely appreciate it. Just help me brainstorm. That's literally what I'm asking for you to do. Help me brainstorm some ideas for the series because I think it could be really fun. Again, thank you for stopping by my side of the internet, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!